If you're new, be sure to hit that like and subscribe and hit that bell, and you know the drill on that. And if you'd like to pick up a mug, visit the Teespring site. It's listed under every one of my videos. And also I forget to mention this from time to time, but use the live stream code if you go to Teespring, because it'll get you 10% discount at checkout. So just keep that in mind. And let's take a quick look here at the chat. I know I missed a lot of stuff here while I was messing around with the sound, but it looks like we had some super chats. Bonnie Eden, thank you, Bonnie. Very nice of you. Gerald Martin, thank you, Gerald Martin. No, I'm not going to feed the gremlins. I want the gremlins gone. And let's see here. Gia Aquatics and Pets, thank you for that. Very appreciated. And Jeff Beatty, thank you, Jeff, for tech support. And let's see if I missed anything else. John Skosilic. John Skosilic, I hope I pronounced that right. Thank you, John. Appreciate that very much. And Gary Pratt, thank you so much, Gary. And 714 Aquatics. And over at Nolan's, hey 714, hey Nolan's. Hello to Nolan's Aquatics. Nolan's Aquarium over in Santa Ana, one of my favorite spots here in Southern California. So let's take a quick look at what's been happening and then get to the reason you're here. So as you know, we had a Wednesday live stream. What do you folks think about these Wednesday nights? I know it's hard for you, Candy. You can't make it, and some folks it conflicts with your schedule. But in general, for you folks that are on the chat right now, how's Wednesday nights for you? Do you like that? Is there another evening of the week that would work for you? Or is there any other day and time that would work for you? Let's do a very quick survey here on the chat, and go ahead and just tell me if there's any time that would work out for you. And I'm just always curious. I like the Saturday mornings, and it seems to be a slot where a lot of folks are not also, live streaming. I don't like to conflict with other YouTubers whose work I enjoy. So I did post to you. I talked about that great house. The home is progressing through. Paperwork is signed. It's earnest money, blah blah blah, and now we're waiting for inspections and everything else. So fingers crossed. And I am going to have to do a conversion of the garage and create a section that is contained, that I can heat and cool very easily. It's a very large garage, and so hopefully that will work. If it doesn't work, we just go back to Nashville and look again. One thing I learned was never rely on the pictures of that you see when you're going to go look at a house, whether you're renting or buying. The pictures can be very often doctored up. They can be from years ago, like right after the remodel, and now the place is in real bad shape. You don't get a feel for the neighborhood by looking at the pictures. So it was a real eye-opener to compare what was being shown to us in the in the Zillow and the real estate promotion, and going there and seeing it was really something. So anyway, that was quite a lesson. But we're very impressed with Nashville. It's very green, which my wife loves. She's from Seattle originally, and actually from Billings and then Seattle. And she loves green. And Nashville actually is greener than the Northwest. There was more lush greenery everywhere, more than I've seen up in the Pacific Northwest. You don't get, of course, the giant evergreens and things like that, but I imagine you'll get some of that if you go into some of the higher elevations. Bonnie, I think Bonnie came through again. Thank you, Bonnie. That's appreciated. And so I did release a video on some tips based on a letter I had received from somebody. They sent me actually an email Us old dudes sometimes call it letters. What's a letter anyway? I got an email, and the person talked about how they had salvaged or found it in their garage, an old 704B, and they fired it up, and it was doing a great job, but it was noisy. And so I released a video. It's too loud, inspired by that letter, by that email. And I hope you folks like that video if you got a chance to see it. And I also have another video that's going to be focusing on every aspect of
I give the baskets a good rinse under pressure. That pretty much gets them cleaned up. That's really all you need to do with these baskets. You don't need to get into a big scrub on them. Like I've said before, you don't need things to be perfect. You don't need them to be like right out of the box when they're new. Good way to drive yourself crazy. So just give them.
So that video will be out. That video will be out either Sunday or Tuesday, and it's going to deal mainly with a fluval. So that's what's coming up. And let's go ahead and get into why you folks are here. Yeah, the basket video did have some volume, and I probably shouldn't have been talking while it was playing, but it was just an excerpt from a video. Today, the theme of today's live stream is audio and sound difficulties, and I'll be including it in my live stream video on how to not do audio when you live stream. All right. So, sorry, Chevy Fish, didn't mean to blow your ears out there. So let's get into giving away some stuff. And I want to do just a big shout out, to the vendors. And Aquarium Co-op stepped up right away. Beantown Aquatics, the Cichlid Shack, Cunningham Cichlids, Elite Cichlids, Nolan's Aquarium, Piscine Energetics, and Santa Monica Filtration, Super Cichlids, Vegas Valley Cichlids, and XpertMatic. These folks all stepped up and contributed, and big shout out to them. So let me get my assistant in here. And hey, Critter Mom, thank you very much. Let me see if I can get Mallory. Hey, Mallory, are you ready?
Yes.
Come on in. This is my youngest daughter, Mallory. We're having some sound issues.
Oh.
Hey, everybody, meet Mallory.
Hi.
And she is the youngest of 4. And as you can see, she's wearing the official gear of... So what we're going to do is a couple things here. I'm going to pull out the chat. I'm gonna have the chat enlarged on my screen, and Mallory is going to I'm gonna move the chat up and down randomly. She's gonna close her eyes, and I'm gonna move it up and down, and then she's gonna say stop. And when she says stop, her finger is gonna be on the screen, and when she says stop, that's gonna be the winner. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do these in alphabetical order, so that we're going to do in alphabetical order so that there is no chance of anyone thinking that they got special treatment or priority or anything. So let's go ahead and start with this, and I'm going to pop out the chat here. Okay. Now, go ahead and put your finger on the chat anywhere you want.
Okay.
All right. Don't look. Close your eyes.
Okay.
And put it on the screen so it's very precise. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to move the chat up and down.
Okay.
I'm moving it up and down right now. And you tell me, you say stop.
Okay. Stop.
R. Baglio. R. Baglio. You win Aquarium Co-op $50 gift card from the Aquarium Co-op.
Yeah.
Yay, R.
Good
Baglio.
job. Woo!
So this is what you do. Send me an email to ben.o.cichlid@gmail. Mention in the subject line what you won, and then and your full address, okay? And then I'm going to give you a code, and then that code you should post it underneath this video after it posts up to YouTube, and that way we can make sure everybody that won is legit. We have to do that because you can imagine someone might say I won when they didn't, okay? So R. Baglio, I'll send you a code. I hope everybody is listening so I don't have to repeat that. And so R. Baglio is our first winner. And I'm going to make a note here just so I have it. Okay, next prize. Let's get that chat rolling. Okay, put your finger on it, close your eyes, turn away. And I'm going to move it up and down. And you say stop.
Stop.
Po Siwi. Po Siwi wins Beantown Aquatics, $50.
Good job.
Good job, Po Siwi. All right.
All those things are giving them away?
Yes, can you believe that?
That's a lot of stuff.
That's a lot of stuff. Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do another one. You ready?
Yeah.
Up and down, and you say stop.
Stop.
Okay. Eddie Mendoza. Eddie Mendoza. I hope you're still here. Eddie Mendoza wins a Cichlid Shack gift certificate. And Eddie, I got good news for you. James Largo spoke with me a couple days ago, and he said, make mine $100 each. Eddie Mendoza gets $100 to the Cichlid Shack. And we have one more of those from the Cichlid Shack. Let's go ahead and do this again. Put your finger on the screen, my dear. The prettiest assistant in the world. Okay, you say stop.
Okay. Stop.
Is this possible? Yes, it is. Po Seaweed, the Cichlid Shack, $100. Oh, God. Somebody asked me, can somebody win 2 prizes? You can win all the prizes if you're that lucky. All right. Let's go on to the next one. Po Seaweed. Can you believe it?
Okay.
Now, don't be greedy. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Finger on the screen, look away. All right, let's go.
Stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary Spelling. Mary Spelling wins Cunningham Cichlids $50. Mary Spelling. Good job, Mary. All right. Finger on the screen.
Okay.
You ready? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm moving the chat. You say when to stop.
Stop.
All right. Jamie Chaser. Jamie Chaser, you there? You won a $50 certificate from Elite Cichlids, makers of very fine artificial plants for aquariums. Jamie Chaser. Let me write that down. And And let's do one more for Elite. Finger on the screen. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Felix Onyango. Felix Onyango. Hey Felix, $50 from Elite Cichlids. Oh, let me see. Onyango. Onyan.
Geo.
Onyango. Good job, Felix. All right. Next, we have a shopping spree at Nolan's Aquarium in Santa Ana, California for 100 big ones. Okay, I'm moving the chat around, and you say when to stop.
Stop.
All right. Frank Almeida. Frank Almeida, you are the winner of a $100 shopping spree with Nolan's Aquarium. This is amazing. All right. Next winner. Finger on there. Okay, look away. I'm going to move it up and down.
And stop.
Stop. Peter Hugh. H-U-Y-N-H. Peter Hugh. Is that, you think you press that? Peter
What is the N
H-U-Y-N-H.
at the end? Hune?
Peter.
Peter H?
Peter H. You won some food from Piscine Energetics. Very high quality food that will be shipped to you. Get me your information. And remember, send me all of your mailing information to ben.o.cichlid. Let's see, H-U-Y-N-H. All right. ben.o.cichlid@gmail. And I will send you a code, and you will just simply type that code underneath the video after it posts to YouTube, okay? Which is usually by the end of the day, you'll see the live stream on YouTube as a video. Just post the code to verify who you are. Some of you, I already know who you are, and I have your mailing addresses, but let's do it just for the heck of it. All right, now we have the Santa Monica Filtration Algae Scrubber. This is a $250, $300 algae scrubber from Santa Monica Filtration. Brand new in the box for creating algae in a controlled situation that reduces nitrates, adds oxygen, and creates treats for your pets. And I have them in 2 of my aquariums. I love them, and you've seen them in my videos. This is a special drawing for the Super Chatters. All the Super Chatters' names were put in the Super Chat hat. You can see it right there. And we're going to stir these up. We're going old school. Pull a rabbit out of the hat. All right.
Okay.
You look away?
Yeah.
All right. Pick a name. This is for the algae scrubber.
This one.
This one. Jordan LaBelle. Jordan LaBelle is the winner of the Algae Scrubber. All right. That's awesome. Congratulations, Jordan. That is a big prize. And someone suggested if a winner wins one of these and they're out of the United States, if you're willing to pay the shipping, we'll go ahead and ship it to you anyway. And let's give away a $50 certificate to Super Cichlids, one of my favorite groups out in Dover, Delaware. They provide very quality stuff and also are the sponsors of our Ben O. Cichlid Facebook page banner contest each month. So let's go ahead and mix it up here. And you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Nelis Puzunas. A. Nelis Puzunas. Boy, I'm going to write that one down. That's N. Why don't you spell it for me there?
N-E-I-L-A-S.
N-E-I-L-A-S.
Space. P.
Uh-huh.
U-O-D-Z-I-U.
Z-I.
U-N. N-A-S.
Okay, good. So, Nelis, you won a $50 certificate from our friends at Super Cichlids. Congratulations. And let's give away $50 from Vegas Valley Cichlids. Vegas Valley Cichlids.
Are you ready for me to
No.
tell you when? Okay.
Not yet. I got to do one thing here. Got to go away. Okay, let's see here. Okay, we're ready.
Okay.
You say when to stop.
Stop.
No way. R. Baglio. Vegas Valley Cichlids, R. Baglio. Congratulations, R. Baglio. You're our second double winner today. And now we're going to give away a very heavy-duty air pump from XpertMatic. I call it the mothership. It is just a massive unit that pumps a lot of air and is controllable. Comes with airline and an air stone. I actually did a video on it. I did a review on it, and you can see very nice, high quality, very heavy, well-made air pump from XpertMatic. And that one is one of the Super Chat drawings, so we're going to go ahead and mix this up again. All right, no looking.
Okay.
Hands up. I'm not going to look either.
Okay. This one.
That one?
Yeah.
Cat Sailor. Cat Sailor wins. These are great names, right? Cat Sailor wins the pump. Good job, Cat. I really wish all of you here could win something. That's the one thing about these contests I don't like, is that everybody doesn't win something. But on that note, I have had conversations with Wonder of Cichlids, Biohome, and Northfin. So there's going to be some more stuff to give away in the future. Okay? So continue to tune in. Thank you, sweetie.
Yeah. You're
Thanks for
welcome.
your help.
Bye, guys.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
All right. So those are the winners, and I'm waiting for the chat to catch up here. If you have any favorite vendors, let them know that this is a channel that loves to give away stuff. I actually do get a lot of joy out of it, and to contact me, and we'll be happy to go ahead and include them in things in the future. I'm going to keep working, contacting folks, and getting you folks as much stuff as I possibly can. All right. So with that being said, where are we at here? It's only 10:30 and we're done with the drawing. We're actually way ahead of schedule. So let's go ahead and open this up to fishy questions. And I want to thank anyone who might have super chatted while we were doing the drawing. And let me see here. Hey, Vinny. And let's take a look at any, if I missed any super chats, I'm sorry. And I thank all of you who did super chat. That was very nice of you. And yes, Candy, be sure everybody get the email correct there, ben.o.cichlid@gmail.com. If you're a winner, send me your contact information. I will send you a code, post the code under the video to verify that you are who you are, and then we will go ahead and arrange to connect you with the winners. And just as a recap, Aquarium Co-op $50, Arbaglio, Beantown Aquatics $50, Posiwi, the Cichlid Shack $100 to Eddie Mendoza, and $100 to Posiwi, a double winner. Cunningham Cichlids, Mary Spilling, $150. Elite Cichlids, Jamie Chaser and Felix Oyango each get $50 from Elite Cichlids. Shopping spree at Nolan's Aquarium for $100, Frank Almeida. Piscine Energetics, high quality food will be shipped to Peter. Peter H. Santa Monica Filtration Algae Scrubber is going to Jordan LaBelle. And the Super Cichlids $50 certificate to Neelas, and I'll just say P for the last name. And Vegas Valley Cichlids $50, another double winner, Arbaglio. And XpertMatic Air Pump is going to Cat Sailor. Okay. Congratulations, everybody. You folks rocked it. And Candy, thank you for supplying that email and the links to the vendors. Thank you so much, Candy. You are on the ball. Thank you, GP, for your help. And does anyone have any questions that they would like to ask regarding fish and aquariums? Go ahead and ask them now, and I'll go ahead and tackle them. I think you folks were all here for the drawing and are speechless. You have nothing left to say. Oh, God. Felix, I have had a bad experience with cichlids and plants, so just be prepared to if you're dealing with Rift Lake, Lake Malawi, probably Tanganyika, also, probably the Rift Lakes of Africa. They seem to destroy the plants. I had bad luck with it. I put over $100 into the experiment, and everything was fine when the cichlids were little. As soon as they put on size, they just shredded the plants. It was recommended that I use Anubias because they're bitter, and apparently the fish don't like them, but they obviously have a very short memory, and they just bite them, spit them out. Oh, God, that's bitter, and then they go back and bite them again. So, now, I did hear from half man, half cichlid, John Komikos, I think is how I pronounce his name. He said that there are certain kinds of South American cichlids, like your Geophagus, that are plant friendly. And so you may want to consider something like that, like a Geo. Of course, Geos dig up a lot, but if you use Anubias with Geos and attach them to the decor, you can use super glue and attach the rhizome, the thick root part, the rhizome, attach that with just regular straight super glue. Let it dry, keep the plant misted as it's drying, and then put it into the aquarium. That should alleviate the digging up issue that you'll get with Geos. Otherwise, I have not had good luck with plants. I am going to do planted aquariums in the future, and I will have CO2 injection. I do understand that CO2 can sometimes impact pH, things of this nature. So I've got to do some study and also get my wits around what the water conditions are like in Tennessee. So keep the co-stars lit here. It's on a timer. All right. So let's see here. It's funny you say that, this girl and her fish. It's funny you say that, because in that same conversation that I had with John about the Geophagus on Facebook, at the Facebook group page, he showed a particular kind of Geophagus, and it looks a lot like a Dempsey, like a Jack Dempsey. I love Jack Dempsey's. The colors I think are fantastic, and at some point I wouldn't mind having a Jack Dempsey. And just beautiful fish, beautiful coloration. You know, getting into the New World cichlids, South American, Central American cichlids, that is something that I hope to do in the future. So, let's see if there are any more. Thank you, everybody who's being gracious and saying congratulations to the winners. Very nice of you. And thank you, GP, for listing out their names. Very, very good. And definitely be sure to contact me. CHI3FR34P. Can I run 2 canister filters, one as main and the other as a booster? Are you talking about running them in line, where the output goes to the input of the second one, and then the second one lifts the water back to the tank? I've seen that done. I personally would just run them independently, and I'll tell you why. If something breaks down, it's always good to have that backup, that second filter. I love having that redundancy and that backup. So I have also seen people do one with all sponges, so it's serving as a pre-filter, and then the second one has the bio in it, and so you never have to mess with the bio, you never touch the bio. You let the first one do all of the gunk, you know, catch all the gunk, and then the second one is just straight bio. You only service the sponge one, maybe the bio once a year, but the sponge one gets serviced maybe every month, squeeze it out, and I have seen that. I know Sun makes a pre-filter. I've heard some issues about the compatibility of the hoses. Make sure the hoses match up, the hose sizes. If you are doing an inline canister, make the first one higher than the second one, because that way you're using gravity to your advantage. That's one tip that I heard from somebody. Put your pre-filter or your first filter in the chain higher than the second one, and gravity will help you to get the water to that second unit, which is doing all the doing most of the work, trying to pump that water up. So, Critter Mom, how do you plan to move all your fish? I am currently working on some ideas. One of them is with Nolan's aquarium, where Nolan will take the bulk of the fish and probably just sell them off. I'll take the equipment. Maybe there'll be a few choice fish that I'll have him ship to me if I can. I'll work that out with Nolan, and then I'll keep you folks posted. I was thinking of selling all the equipment. I might just keep the equipment and just go ahead and maybe turn this into a planted geotank. And I'd like to get an 8 or 10 foot by 20 inch high, 10 foot, 8 foot wide, 24 inch front to back cichlid tank, and where I could have fish like the trout that need a lot of open water swim space. So I've got a lot of stuff going on in my head. It's going to mean a lot of money and a lot of time and planning, but anyway, it's going to be a very interesting situation. Mary Spelling, great job. Thank you, Mary, and congratulations on the win. Let's see here. GP, everybody's resting their fingers. Bonnie, I don't have any blood parrots. Not currently. They're, for a while I thought they were kind of odd looking, and I wasn't really a fan, but the few times I've done those aquarium store tours, and I've seen how much they interact, especially when they school, when there's like 20 or 30 of them, they all come to one side and they all follow your finger. I think they're kind of cute actually now, so who knows, maybe. I don't know, Vinny. I don't know why flower horns and blood parrots are considered American cichlids. I really don't know. Somebody on the chat might know. Andrew Mays, any experience with a UV sterilizer in a planted tank? I've used UV sterilizers, but only with cichlid tanks where they haven't been planted. And I can't say I've used the real heavy-duty UV sterilizers, like the Twists, you know, the ones that are like 25 watts and they have the light goes like this, and you run the water very slowly through it so that it really, really kills the spores, bacteria, viruses. I haven't done that. If I end up setting up a discus tank, I'll probably end up getting one of those kinds of UV sterilizers because they do a good job. They do clarify the water. Just for water clarity purposes, they're great, but just the 9-volt one in the Sun canister will clarify the water. I noticed a difference. I'd run it on weekends, and they would do a good job. But the heavy-duty ones, you have to have like a separate pump. You know, you have to plumb in a line just for that sterilizer that goes back to the tank. So we'll see. That's something I'd like to do in the future. You do need to have that slow flow, and higher wattage. I think we did say thank you to Dan Lopez for that super chat. Yeah, we did. And let's see. I'm going through your questions here. Thank you for suggesting people hit the like, and appreciate that. Well, Avon by Christy Rosenberg. I have had my large tank for 3 years without any issues. Lately, every time I vacuum, I'm having a spike in nitrite. You know, it sounds to me, Avon, like a lot of your beneficial bacteria has taken residence in your substrate. I would suggest when you vacuum, you just lightly vacuum over the top and don't dig in too deep. You might have a lot of great beneficial. Maybe you killed off some of the bacteria when you did a filter cleaning, and the bacteria started populating in the substrate. I'm just kind of spitballing here, but it sounds like you have a lot of BB beneficial bacteria, and I think you might be disturbing it when you clean, and so that might be part of the problem. So let's see here. So maybe just try a very light surface vacuuming for a couple times and see if that makes a difference. Test your water a few hours after you're done and see if that changes things for you. Macho Cichlids. Macho, you're a little late. We wrapped it up already. We hit it hard and fast after we sorted out some sound issues. I am sorry, but I thank you for that super chat. James Headington, I have 4 juvenile green tares. Will they get along as they get older if all the same sex? What I've heard about green tares is sort of answered in the name, like convicts and Jack Dempsey's, and when the names sort of imply punishment and pain and things of this nature. My guess would be no. But if you are a green tare expert and you're on this chat, why don't you go ahead and address that question from James. Will those green tares be able to live together as they get older? Let's see here. John Larson, that's a good tip. I do have a line on a generator here in California that somebody is not using. It's a real good generator. He said I could give him $100 and take it away. It's a big unit, so I may actually pack that in the truck and take it with me. And that's a good tip. Thank you for that reminder. Mandalore Ale. Ever deal with hole in the head disease? No, I haven't. Fortunately, knock on wood. It looks terrible. And I know there are certain reasons for it. Have to do a lot with water issues. Discus 1, why my discus seem more hardy than my African? I'm using the same water. Yeah, but you see the discus and the Africans might have different water needs. A discus might, maybe you have a lower pH. I think the discus need a more acidic water than than your Africans, right? So it might have to do with the pH. There's a lot of factors involved. It's not just using the same water. It really, what does that fish require? How about temperature? You know, your discus like to be very, very warm, 80, 82, 83. Your cichlids may be closer 78 to 80. I mean, there's different factors, you know, to consider. Hey, Josh at Cunningham. I'm glad you're here. Well, there you go. Vinny's Aquatics. My green terrier just killed its 2 other green terriers. Big male killed 2 smaller females and a big catfish. He's alone now. There you go. I mean, they can be very, 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 very deadly, and that's why sometimes you see them all alone, living alone in an aquarium. Critter Mom, how big should I grow up my red jewels cichlids fry before adding them back to the... Well, I mean, the rule of thumb is as long as they don't fit in the mouth of the other fish, so don't rush it. You know, you want to let them put on some size and also get a little bit of their swagger, you know, get a little confidence, be eating well. You know, I would say get them up to about over 2 inches. And they should be okay. You know, add them in there, turn the lights off. You know, make sure your water temperatures match. Put them in. Keep an eye on things with the lights out. Let everything kind of mellow out. Then turn it on. See how they're doing. If they're immediately getting chased and beaten up, you may you may have to pull them out. You know, Gurvinder, I've had that, unless you're remineralizing, you know, that RO water idea that he had, if you are very good with remineralizing, which means you almost have to be a scientist to determine that. And because it takes all the minerals, and the fish get the minerals that they need from the water, right? So if you demineralize, take all the minerals, take everything out of the water, you're going to have to add in the right, you know, cichlid lake salt. You're going to have to add maybe some Epsom salt. I mean, you have to add some minerals, and it has to be precise. So I would avoid RO. That's just my thinking on it. And yeah, some people do use RO systems, especially if they have very expensive, very touchy corals, and then they have like electronic dosing, you know, so it's electronically computer controlled dosing that doses the right amount of this and that into the tank. And so if you have that kind of equipment, yeah, an RO system would be okay. Jill Tiger, hole in the head, do regular and significant enough water changes until the nitrate. Yeah, hole in the head, I believe, is related to water issues, and it's a very nasty disease. I've heard of fish surviving, but I think it scars them forever. So at any rate, I appreciate all of you who have hung in there. I appreciate all of you who hung in for the sound issues in the beginning. Is the sound okay now? Does it sound better? Just curious, because I may have to just sort of deinstall the software and then reinstall it, I think, to handle it. But at any rate, I want to thank all of you for sitting in. Thank you to my wonderful moderators. Congratulations to all the winners, and a big shout out and thank you to all the vendors that participated. And yes, those of you who have just arrived, I'm sorry you did miss the giveaway. But there will be more giveaways in the future. As I mentioned, I'm in discussions with Northfin, possibly the Wonder of Cichlids, and also Biohome. So there will be some more goodies to give away in the future. So stay tuned. Look for the video on the cleaning and maintenance of the fluval. Any of my canister cleaning filter videos really apply to all types of canisters, but I am going to be tearing apart the motor, the pump assembly, housing on the fluval, so you can see how I do that. I know some people have questions about that sometimes, and I think that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and end off here. Take a look here at who's still on, who hung in there. Who's hanging in there? Who was here not just for the prizes? All right. Don't forget to hit that sub button if you haven't already, and hit that bell, and visit me on Instagram at ben.o.cichlid for previews, behind the scene peeks, and also notices when I'm going to do giveaways. I post them on Instagram. And also, don't forget, we have a wonderful Facebook group, Ben O''Cichlid, very helpful. It is a troll-free zone, so you can ask anything. So with that being said, thank you GP, thank you Candy, and we will go ahead and wrap up. Hope to see you next Saturday. You are the best on YouTube. Bye-bye.